Real quick, welcome to Top Town.
We have why we were doing an intro?
We've
never
done one
before.
doing intros now.
Why we're doing this though?
Because an intro is better than people know what the podcast is about.
You're stressed.
I am stressed.
I am feeling
Greg
the
is
stress.
so stressed about the success of our newborn podcast.
Yes.
He won't let this motherfucker breathe
Yeah.
into,
whatever it's gonna become.
Elysium.
What do you mean?
What?
I don't want to do another podcast for 8 years.
10. We did the Rat Dudecast for 10 years.
I'd
Wow.
like to try to possibly feed my child off of the money.
Children.
2 children. Well, I only care about one.
Only one of them gets food.
Tina watches one, I watch the other. One is my kid.
Divide
the
and
other one
conquer.
Yeah, it's Calvin and the little guy.
Are you doing month on, month off?
We're talking. We talked about this. The new school divorce where I divorced my wife.
And remember, look at them too.
Yep.
Yeah. New school
Yeah,
divorce.
there's a lot of eye contact.
It brings it all here so much.
Did we talk about this last week?
I don't know. I also, like, even if we did, I don't remember.
Keys, women.
Maddie Wiener's here. This is why I wanted to do an intro.
Okay, do an
introduce
intro.
Maddie.
Do an intro to camera.
I'm gonna do an intro to camera, then I'm explaining new school divorce. See? Welcome to Talk Town. It's a podcast. This is the podcast where we're designing a town from the ground up. We're recreating society. That's why you need to listen. Okay?
Holy fuck.
And listen 3 times.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Cool,
She didn't
right?
even know. So now she knows.
Look, we just got
This is why you do an intro.
everyone in America on as a guest.
Greg.
This is why you do the intro.
Screaming at
You're
everyone.
screaming.
This is why you do the intro. All right? Maddie Wiener here. She's a great comedian. One of my favorite.
Fuming. Maddie Wiener's here, and it's fun, and we're hanging out.
Just furious cartoon Mozart.
I don't like the energy. I don't like this energy. I'm just trying to be a little professional.
It's fun when you know when you forget. You know when you're wearing something funny and you forget that you're wearing it.
Yeah.
So you talk like normal.
I know. Says a drunk
Who's
slut.
Timmy Wong, Maddie? I'm trying to give you a good intro.
True.
The amount of times, and I'm sure you guys have done this too, the amount of times I've done stand-up and been like, they just have props and shit in the back.
Oh,
And then I'm like, this is going to crush. And now I'm bombing for 40 minutes in an Abraham Lincoln top hat.
And you can't take it off because it acknowledges that it didn't work in real time. Like if you're like, all right, time for the regular stuff.
Nightmare.
Like, you can't do it.
Dude, I remember one time I used to do this show at Foxwoods, and it was like,
man.
they'd bring me out as the Italian. You know what I mean? And I'd have him play Bocelli, and I'd come out with a tiny espresso cup, and nobody gave a shit.
Those people are thinking about their mortgage. They're not thinking about like their comedy, like the comedy they're seeing. They're not there.
So confused and upset.
I just wanted to do an intro.
We're doing
You
it.
did
That's
it.
not
This
the
is
intro.
part of the intro.
What is
Maddie
the intro?
The
Wiener.
intro rolls out.
All right.
So
we have
introduce Maddie again for the 400th time.
There's more to an intro than that, right? There's more to an intro. We say, this is Talk Town. This is what we do. We got that part. Maddie Wiener, one of my favorite comedians. She's so funny. I got to do it real fast. We have a Patreon. Please subscribe or else I'm out of comedy. I'm out. If you don't subscribe, if you want to see me here, you need to subscribe.
Yeah. It's on the brink.
I am on the
Yeah.
edge, brother.
Yeah.
The water is at the gate.
Yeah. The walls are closing in.
Oh, man.
Yeah. What do you want from me?
I'm
can
riding
feel it.
on this episode, man.
Yeah. So
This
you
is a
better
big one, man.
show up.
Two kids, right? Okay.
2 kids. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is my favorite thing to do, you know. So we got to
This is my
try to
favorite
make
thing.
a little bit of money so that we can feed the
We're
children.
making money.
We're
We are.
making money.
Well, in a way.
We're slowly going to stop losing
Yeah,
money.
exactly. You got to really think of this like a business.
Yeah.
And when you
Yeah.
start a business, you're not in the profit margin for like, I don't know, like 8 years.
A while.
A while.
See, I'm Indiana Jones, and there is a giant boulder rolling behind me. A boulder of children, a boulder of bills, a boulder of the George Washington Bridge that I paid to get here. That is the boulder, right?
What are you
and
doing?
you are saying, why don't we just walk a little? I'm like, we need to keep running.
I didn't tell you to go into archaeology. I didn't say what a lucrative field archaeology is.
Honestly, you did. When we started comedy together, you were probably the only person who called me to do comedy. So that analogy. All right, real quick, I'm going to say this one thing, and then you guys have fun whatever you want to do.
I thought we were still doing the Indiana Jones stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm over it. Well, it is. Well,
What's new divorce?
Yeah. New school divorce.
New school divorce.
no, new school divorce is a thing where I would like to divorce my wife, but I still love her, just so that she can watch the kids for a week and I can watch the kids for a week, and then we would just rotate parenting for a week. I could do a hardcore week with the kids. You know, it's like
Yeah.
we go to the fucking zoo, I feed them, and then Sunday I could sleep.
You know, hardcore hanging out with my kids. I feed them.
The second thing was
Really?
feed them.
Yeah.
The zoo
The zoo
was
was
first.
Yeah, well, they got food at the zoo. Let them see the meerkats. They like that. I could bring them to school. It's like I could do a 50-yard dash. This marathon shit is impossible.
So you're saying a week on, you have the kids, and a week she gets the kids, but you're still together? I'm having trouble following.
Yeah, so we're not together
Like,
because we're getting.
So you're paying for 2 homes?
I was thinking that maybe she could just live. I think that.
What's the financial situation?
No,
you have
yeah,
2 separate places?
Well, that's what we're doing in Talktown, right? This is the thing. We could
Okay,
do
so
it.
this is a pitch for the pod,
This
not
is a
for
pitch
your
for
life.
the pod.
Okay.
I mean, if it
What's-
works good enough, I'll bring it to my life.
Wait, so what's the pod pitch?
The pod pitch is I'm thinking about parenting is too hard
Yes.
on me.
Okay.
And my wife. And I think everybody. So I think that a divorce situation seems much better because then I could just do a week and then she gets them for a week. We could live in the same house because I still love her and I still want to be around her, but maybe she lives upstairs, I live downstairs. And it's like, oh yeah. So then she has the kids and she's like, one shits his pants and I'm like, it's my week off. It's on you. Like she's got to do everything for the week.
Do you think you'd be able to refrain from that?
Yeah, I think it would be
That's the
hard
problem. That's why I
to
gotta
not,
move her out.
you know.
So you have to move her out?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're talking about a real divorce.
A real divorce. So that I don't have to, so I could just do a week on, well, a week off with the kids.
You want
I
to
see.
divorce your kids? Is what's
I would
happening.
like to
You're like, I love my wife.
Right.
I need to
Okay,
distance
that's
from the
what it
kids. I need to live in a separate house.
No, I love my kids just for a week at a time. Just for 1 week. 2 weeks out of the month.
They should have that, like a halfway house, but it's for dads.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
moms.
a dadway house.
A dadway house. Yeah. A bunch of dads get together, they do their thing,
Yeah.
then they go back to wherever.
Yeah.
The new ones come in and out.
I think, truthfully, I think you should have,
You got a little on the lip.
come. Is it from last night? Because I'm telling you, money's
You
been
got
hard.
Mozart will suck a dick.
And dude, gay men, the one thing gay men like more than the one thing gay men like more than gay men is straight men. Gay men love a straight man. And this brings me into my other story, which I'll tell you about St. Louis later.
Okay.
But I feel like I haven't let enough people talk
Okay.
yet. You don't think so?
You should
don't
get
know-
high.
You don't know about. I can't get high because someone came to the fucking show and said they're worried about me because they think I smoke weed every day. So I was like, someone showed up at the show.
Go slow, yeah, and unpack
This
the whole
show?
thing. And tell Maddie.
I'll tell Maddie. So on this podcast, I get high every episode because it's fun. Then it's my escape.
It is fun.
It's my escape from life as I get high in this episode. And then we do it. But someone showed up to a show in St. Louis and the guy goes, I'm a big fan and knew everything I've done. He was like, I've been following Rad Dudecast, Friday Night Greg. He was like, he knew like
he's in deep.
Infinity Greg. He knew everything I've done. And he goes, my only thing is I'm worried about you because you're high every episode. And I was like, well, that's like the thing. And he was like, yeah, but it really kind of seems like you're running from something.
Oh my God.
Not a stranger who goes to comedy
Says
shows.
a man at a Thursday night show in St. Louis.
But he's
Yeah.
not a stranger. He knows more about me than
For
both
sure.
of you. You put that man in that chair, we do a Greg quiz, he'd win.
Greg quiz.
Your wife and a mustache.
Yeah, no, my wife would
Flew to
lose.
St. Louis. I
My wife would lose round one. They'd be like, what's his favorite color? She's like,
That
I don't
guy-
know. Where's the kids?
That guy doesn't know that we record once every other week.
Oh, that's true. So I'm allowed to get high?
Yeah.
All right, because I like
We
you.
had, I like it when you're high.
Okay, good, because I'm stressed.
Yeah, I can feel that, and I would love to change the energy.
Only a little guy in here.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, right.
Just get a little high.
Let's get a little high.
Maddie, what's new? I don't know.
Nice pivot. Great hosting. That was terrific.
Johnny
Live.
Carson.
Yeah, that was
going
real Merv Griffin type stuff. Wow.
So, what's
Maddie,
new?
I understand you're from where you're from. Tell us about that.
Tell us about that. Talk
I
about North
understand you were
Carolina.
born out of a woman. What was that like?
Is it as slimy as it seems?
You've got rabbits. I'm interested.
No, that is true. Yeah.
I am interested
I
in
do
the
have two
rabbit
pet rabbits.
situation.
You got
I
two
don't
rabbits.
What
shut
are their
the fuck up about
names?
rabbits. Wilbur and Yoshi.
I love that.
These guys have been through the fucking ringer, dude. They
you
had
bring them-
syphilis. They had MRSA. They both had liver surgery.
What?
I'm not letting
Surgery?
those fuckers die. Yeah.
Whoa. Syphilis, MRSA, and then what was the third one? Sorry.
They both had liver surgery.
Damn.
Yeah.
Drinker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rabbits are known for
Yeah.
their wild drinking after a hard day in the mines.
And the
Yes.
pandemic hit everybody hard. Even the rabbit community.
Yeah.
Man, did you bring them from North Carolina or Chicago?
Chicago, when I was in college, pandemic, I got the first one, and then I moved here with him. He came down to North Carolina with me, then came up to New York. I like couldn't fly to New York when I moved here. I had to like rent a U-Haul,
Right.
so
Yeah,
that I could
yeah.
like drive him up. And,
Is it just the rabbit
Just
in
the
the
rabbit
U-Haul?
in a U-Haul?
Just running around.
Doing laps.
I need the biggest size you have. I love him.
I get it. Riz can have my apartment. I'll live in the hallway. Like, I am fine with that. I want him to have everything.
I've had friends almost have to like stage an intervention with me of like, they'd be joking, but they'd be like, yeah, it's kind of like the rabbit's room and you live in it. But really, like you should stand up for yourself.
To the rabbit.
Yeah.
Those are your carrots.
Yeah.
They use a
How-
litter box, dude. They run around. They're good.
How old are they?
They're both around 5 years old, I think.
How long do rabbits live?
They can live like 12 years.
Okay.
12 years is like a senior rabbit.
All right.
Yeah. But
And
the
that's-
second one I got in New York. Oh, no, sorry.
No. Go ahead.
But
man.
the second one I got in New York, someone had like abandoned him in a park. And they
Whoa.
found this rescue found him like roaming around.
Are you sure rabbits just live around here?
No, see, that's the thing is people don't realize domesticated rabbits and wild rabbits are totally different.
Yeah.
And if you just drop a domesticated rabbit in the park, it'll die.
How did you know it wasn't a wild rabbit? Is what I'm saying.
The coloring you can tell, like
Oh, he looked fancy.
yeah, any kind of fancy rabbit,
Yeah.
floppy ears.
Right.
Yeah.
That's-
Oh, those
it was
floppy
talking
ears.
and doing pranks.
Yeah.
He's a YouTuber. He's a YouTube channel.
So wait, floppy ears?
Yeah, they have floppy
They're
ears.
like-
No, but that's the way to tell a domestic versus wild.
No, some of the domestic ones will still have stand-up ears, but basically, unless it's like a cottontail rabbit, like those classic, like light brown
Whoa, I
white
didn't-
tail,
yeah, those
that's
are cute.
kind of the only wild rabbit you're gonna see in at least like this part of the U.S. I think. Like if you see anyone with like spots or other colors or something, that's a rabbit that. But it happens a lot around like Easter. People get rabbits and then are like,
insane.
I can't do it. But then they're like, well, set them free, and they dump them in parks. And then these rabbit rescues have to like run around New York and pick them up.
Around Easter,
Around
there's a
Easter.
rise in rabbit buying.
I know
it's
it
a
happens,
huge
it happens
thing.
with
That's
chicks
insane.
too, with
They do
little
it, they
baby
go-
chickens.
They go, there's Easter Bunny. All right, get the fuck out of here. You only here for a week. Get the fuck out. Go
Eat the bricks, rabbits.
You find food now.
We already
like-
took all your eggs.
We got Santa coming in. Get the fuck out of here, rabbit.
What the fuck are you still doing here?
Do you think you're gonna get more, or your cabinet too?
No, I think capita too, because it's a whole
probably healthy.
bonding process
Cabinet
to get it.
2.
Capping at 2.
My man got high.
I heard it
fast.
Thank you.
Yeah. That
Sorry.
hit.
Welcome back.
They have cabinet positions. You're the president.
In this administration.
They're smart.
How great would
I've
it
always
be
said it.
if Trump was like, ooh, the president of garbage is now this rabbit. I'd be like, all right, man, cool, fuck it, dude.
Yeah, man.
That guy's
Why not?
Right. I want to say this. If there's a lull, rabbits notoriously dicks. Not real ones.
I'll fight you right now.
But no, I'm saying the image, Bugs Bunny's a little bit of a dick. The rabbit in the hair, he was like, I'm so fast, fuck you, a dick.
What about Roger?
Tricks the rabbit. Roger's great, but Roger doesn't have a lot of PR behind him.
I would say Roger's a bit of a. He's a mischief guy. He's a little bit
He's
of
a
a
mischief
dick.
guy.
Yeah.
I'll say this. We keep rebooting stuff. Where is the combo live action animated Who Framed Roger Rabbit reboot?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I wrote an animated live person show, pitched it, and they were like, this is too expensive. I said, there's aliens attacking the Avengers, and you can't get me a kid that looks 6?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, the people are the expensive part.
They said, please leave the office of True TV.
Oh, True TV didn't
And I
have money.
jumped out the window. No, this is when they were doing
They're like, what,
great.
does this need a camera? We can't do that.
Literally, this is when Impractical Jokers, they were the ones who took the meeting. It was the Impractical Jokers who told me, it's not true. This isn't true. You're looking at me like it's true. This is why I look at Anthony.
Because you
he
believe everything in a Grace mouth.
I don't
think
know
that's
why.
true.
Because I'm looking
And
at
it's
you.
kind of more fun to go that route.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, just see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did love what you just did though, as we were just kind of talking to Maddie, and you go, "If there's a lull," and then said a bunch of stuff that led to nowhere,
Yeah,
and now we have to dig back out
Yep.
with what we were talking about with Maddie.
Well, I thought rabbits being a dick is a great conversation starter. They're notoriously are. Tricks the rabbit. He's doing tricks, and he ain't hooking.
Yeah, you're
he's
right.
playing tricks.
You are right about. Did you mention tricks on the first go round?
I said
Yeah.
5. I thought 5 would be enough. 3. Name me a rabbit who's not a dick.
I think you're right, man. I never think about the tortoise and the hare rabbit
Yeah.
to be a dick.
He was a
But
dick.
he was
but
a
I
dick.
guess you're right. Yeah,
he
was.
looked at a turtle, and everyone
sure.
was like, "There's no way he's faster."
Totally.
And he went, "I'll beat you in a race."
Yeah.
That's like me going up to, I don't know. Just imagine someone who was just in an explosion and their body's laying outside, right? Me walking after them and being like, "Hey, I'm funnier than you." The guy was like, "I was just in an explosion." So
An explosion.
Man, I just came from Aleppo.
yeah. Anyway.
Do we have an ad?
You have an
Let's do
ad.
the ad.
We've got an ad.
And then we'll
So-
get back into some Maddie stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
some
sorry.
Maddie stuff, and
She was really cooking.
we had some
was?
talk
I thought
towns.
there was a
man.
lull.
Yeah, there
That's
wasn't a lull.
insulting
That
to
was
say.
me at my
That's
best.
rude.
Yeah, that was peak Maddie. You thought it was a lull.
My apologies. I didn't mean the word lull. I meant like we are finished here at this topic. A comma. A
I think
period.
she was ramping up.
Oh, you ramp it up.
I think she was.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Really?
let's do this ad before we forget.
I don't like this energy. I don't like it.
You brought it.
I did. Everyone's mad at me because I had mentioned that maybe
No
everybody
one's mad.
pulled their
Maddie
weight on the
is a
podcast.
little upset with you.
Yeah, and
but
she has
everybody
every right
else
to
is
be.
not Maddie.
Is this a fun thing we're doing?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
the
all
podcast
fun.
is a fun thing.
Fun
yes.
thing. We like it here.
No,
Yeah,
I
man.
meant, is it like you guys are doing it? Because I'm taking this as a major aggression.
You're taking this.
You think this is major
Allison
aggression?
and Anthony are
You haven't blinked
furious.
for 20 minutes.
I won't.
Yeah, man, we're not really mad.
Okay.
Do you want to read the ad? Because I feel like it came. Who did it come to?
I was paid $20.
You read it.
What? But I
Yes.
don't have anything.
I have the thing that he wants me to read.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
only given $20.
Oh, yeah.
So set this up.
If you want an ad on this podcast, you just have to Venmo us $20, and we'll read whatever you want us to say.
Yeah.
think
Yeah, if
that's
you
what we
want to
do.
publicly slander a friend of yours,
Yeah.
a family member, something in your town, anything at all that you would like us to read,
Yeah.
and we'll do it.
Yeah, we'll make fun of your
And I
wife.
don't think we've ever. Yeah, we'll make fun of your wife. We would. That's a discounted price.
But I'll argue it's not just for shitting on people.
Of
Or
course.
promote
Maybe
something.
maybe you
or
want to sell a pair of rollerblades in your
spread
house.
an idea.
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
Anything
Got an
you want
idea
us to
for
say,
an
we'll say it.
invention.
That's what we're up to over here.
We'll further your patent.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I would like someone to call and be like, I have an old pair of rollerblades, and I'd
Yeah.
like to sell them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll
we're
do that.
eBay now. That's
we
fine.
are eBay.
Yes.
I'm fine with being or Facebook Marketplace, really.
Yeah.
And I don't think we have 20 is not a set price, is
I
it?
thought it was 10, but I like that you said 20.
Somebody gave me 20.
So
Yeah,
Zeke
someone
said-
gave Anthony 20, so
So
now
beat
that's
that
the going
guy.
rate.
and this is from Rudy. Rudy,
Are you going to say his full name or just?
Yeah, I'll say it.
Okay.
Giuliani.
Yeah.
That's so funny when
we
you
don't have
hear
a lot
what
of
it is.
fans. We don't have a lot of fans, but they're big names.
Yes. We've cornered the celebrity market.
I don't have Rudy's last name here, so I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
Although it does give me-
Rudy Ludlow. I feel like it might have.
Well,
been.
you just said it. I was saying maybe he didn't want it out.
No,
there.
that's not it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that definitely is it.
No.
But I
I
think
just
it's
see
fine.
Rudy here, so that was a guess.
Rudy Helldiver is the guy I play Helldivers with.
Okay.
All right.
It says 4 to 5 dentists agree that Zeke Luco is a son of a bitch. And I think, yeah,
There you go.
he got it.
Yeah.
And I tell you this,
got
you
it.
hear that, Zeke Luco? You son of a bitch.
he's a son of a fucking bitch.
What do you think Zeke Luco might have done?
Ooh.
I know Zeke Luco.
Oh, yeah?
They came to a show.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, they came to a show
Oh, yeah.
in Baltimore. Yeah, and then this is true.
Okay.
And then I play
Who could say?
Helldivers with him. I play Helldivers with him. He's a fan who's trying to break
nice.
through to the other side. They broke through.
So he's for
Friendship.
sure going to see this.
Yeah, he's for sure going to see this. Zeke loves the podcast.
Well,
he
he's,
does.
So
he's
we
a
could-
son of a bitch.
He's a son of a bitch.
Well, I wonder what Zeke will do back
yes.
for an even bigger price.
Yeah.
It's a good money making scheme. Get people to feud through you.
I think that was the original idea.
yeah.
This is the idea. Some wealthy pockets that
Yes.
just want to keep going at each other on our podcast.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. What's even funnier, not even funnier, but is also a thing is we record this for like 4 at a time. So we say this now. By the time he hears this,
True.
it's going to be 5 episodes later.
True.
So
Yeah.
this war is going to take years.
You know, it's gonna and morbidly, and we don't want this to happen. What if Zeke dies?
I know.
So by
Oh,
the
God.
time this comes out, you know what I mean? Then all of a sudden, this guy's been dead. The whole town is. We've had funerals for Zeke. We've had a parade. The whole thing.
Yeah.
Then here we are,
Being
a
like,
week later, going
son of a
Zeke
bitch.
goes one son of a bitch. Yeah.
All the dentists hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
possibly not, but he could. I would say if Zeke is going to go, it's going to be because of some kind of like a sniper or a car. Like it's not going
A
to be from
sniper
himself.
or a car.
Yeah.
The two ways you die.
You never know when the snipers are coming around. I always worry
Or
about
cars.
snipers. Or I get hit by a car because he's in mint condition.
Who?
Peak physical.
Oh, Zeke. Is.
Oh, okay.
Zeke is peak.
Zeke. I mean, Zeke.
He's about
sounds,
5 pounds lighter than me. Peak.
I don't think I know any Zekes. Do you know any Zekes?
No. Do you know any Zeeks?
One that I kind of grew up with, like a friend of a friend, skateboarder.
Oh, yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Hey, were you a skateboarder?
No, I really wanted it to be, and I
Yeah.
hope that's not super clear. I don't radiate that energy. Hiding my vans. I really wanted to be. No, I was. No,
You
I
still
tried.
can be.
We could get there.
Yeah, I could teach you to kickflip.
Fuck yeah.
don't
That
think-
would be sick. I don't think I can do it.
I don't think I can do it anymore. I'm 43 years old and my life's over. But I could probably kickflip.
It's the key to a kickflip is not depression.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
And having
Yeah,
energy.
sense of staying alive, survival.
sense of hope.
You're
Yeah.
gonna keep your balance. You're gonna have to look ahead. Now, if you don't have a future, this may be difficult.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to pick a point in front of you to look at, such as your kid's graduation.
Yeah.
That's what keeps you flipping.
Yeah.
No, you're a skateboarder.
I did it on the side to prove to people that it was easier than rollerblading. So I took up skateboard because I used to be a big rollerblader and I was really good. And these skateboarders were always like, it's just so easy. And I went, oh, you think you could do this? All right, watch this. And then I learned how to ollie and kickflip and I could grind a little bit.
Oh, shit.
But that's kind of where I was.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I think in Talktown, can we have all the skateboarding happen in one area? I'm afraid of the sound of skateboards when I hear them on the street.
You start barking?
Really?
Like if I hear one coming, I am tense. Like,
Really?
like not just like it's more like I'm like something's about to go wrong. Like I just feel I'm like, what if they crash into me? What if they, I don't know. So if that could just all not be happening where
Around
I
you.
am,
Or we get you earplugs, skateboarder earplugs.
well, then I won't hear them coming.
We'll have an alert. It'll go, there's a skateboarder approaching. Chill. Chill the fuck out. It's all good.
Which notoriously always makes people so chill if you tell them to chill out.
Yeah, well, maybe-
That's what we want. We want the more sirens and
Yeah,
instructions.
just
I think the merrier.
nonstop
On the
sirens.
street. For
I will
sure.
say this though: if we have our town is also built on several rings that rotate, so you don't have to take travel. Your house would eventually move to like where the grocery store is.
Concentric lazy
Whoa.
Susans.
Yes.
Oh my god. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I would say this: the skateboarders, it's going to be hard for them not to try to skate against the wind, because
Oh,
of
and then you
strength,
just be still.
or go with it. And then that's going to build so much speed they can hit some ramps. So we got to really regulate skateboarding.
Maybe
in
there's
Talktown.
one ring that's just skateboarding.
Yeah, but skateboarders
Ooh.
don't like to go where they're told.
I know that's kind of the problem of skateboarding culture. But
That's what's
Yeah.
so cool about it.
I know.
I just don't like hearing it, and I get scared when I hear it. It's like when I see a teen. You know, I just don't like it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Can they make the wheels so that it's not as noisy?
I feel like that's kind of the appeal of like
Right, that
everyone's
it's a
making the
little-
sounds. It's like,
yeah,
we're
yeah,
out
yeah,
here. It's rough and tumble.
Well, I'll
Sure.
say this: when I used to skateboard and I talk to other skateboarders, we did never talk about the sound. So we were never like, "Hey, how much do you love that? How was your
I
sound
love the
today?"
sound.
You know. So I don't think they're that worried about the sound. I think we could nerf these wheels, and people will be okay with it.
All right, as long as everybody's happy.
You want to nerf some wheels? Well, of course, we'll build a skateboard to primarily most of them out there.
Yeah.
But every now and again, they're going to be around here. And I don't want to be a town that's being like, no skating here.
No. I don't want to. I'm like, oh, I want to be able to avoid it personally.
Well, okay, so maybe we have Apple Watch apps that will have sonar that you can know when a
Oh,
skateboarder's
so I'm like, oh,
near you.
skateboarding's happening here, and then I'll be like, I'll take the other ring or something.
Yeah, or you feel like you'll
I'm fine doing that. I'll move around other people. I just don't like the sound of one coming behind me.
Yeah, your
It's
wrist
really
will alert you
scary.
first. Your wrist will alert you first.
I think it's partially from all my back surgeries, and I spend a lot of time walking around in not good shape.
Sure.
Like an old person.
What if we taught you how to skateboard?
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, but
I'm
you go
afraid
pretty-
of falling.
You go pretty fast.
I don't want to do that. I don't like going fast. I don't like being up high. I like being still and on the ground. That's how I want to live my life, like a turtle. All right, that's a proposal I had.
You can
Based
also
off
have
of this.
one skateboarding free ring.
Oh yeah, but then I feel like I want, you're right. Skateboarding culture is about being where you're not supposed to be.
What if we gave the skateboarders a day? We go, listen.
We got so many days going on. The calendar is full.
We got a lot more days to create still.
I know. Yeah, we have a lot of days to create.
Well, here's the other thing. Who's to say the calendar year is the calendar year?
Whoa.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
We should get rid of the calendar
Yeah.
year.
That's
It
a
should
hard
just
fix.
be how many days, how
We
many
want to make up.
It just counts up. It never resets.
Yeah, just keeps going. You keep adding days. Who gives a shit about
672,000?
these days? What's this? Yeah, I don't know, man.
You've
We
never
already
said
have a
anything
ring of
smarter in your
fire
life.
on the
So you
outside.
say we have day 1, and then we just go up to day 5 million.
Yeah, Maddie said this.
Yeah.
Really? I love
Yeah.
this idea. I love this idea so much. I was in my head about something else.
Okay.
But that got in there.
Yeah, you just keep adding day. If you can
Right.
create a reason for another day, and then you have people proposing days.
Yeah,
Right.
which I do think we should have.
Also,
Yeah,
when
We'll
I
just-
say-
how fun is that?
everybody in town gets to like pitch holidays or events or
Yeah.
whatever, and that's just we could do it.
Midnight deadline. If we're acknowledging midnight
We are.
deadline.
I think we're gonna have to live within kind of the content. Like the calendar is kind of made up, but time isn't.
Sure. Okay. Fine. Fair.
Like
fair.
light and dark are not.
That's fair.
Right.
Right.
If every hour and every minute as well. Right. So we're not just doing, it's like, okay, so it's day 5,000, right? What time is it? Oh, 60,042,000. Like that's
No.
minutes. So are we doing everything are we repeating 1 to 3 o'clock? Or are
No,
we doing
the 24-hour clock continues.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here's my pitch: is that the hours, the minutes, that all stays the same, but you go. So we're on day 4,500. If nobody pitches another day, a reason for another day, it goes back to 0.
Oh, so every day's a thing.
Whoa.
So every day is an opportunity for someone to be like, we got to keep extending the calendar. And if not, if someone can't think of another reason for a day, we go back to 0.
Or
That's
it's just
awesome.
Yeah.
like all hot drinks are cold today, or
Yes.
like whatever. Like
Yeah,
that's-
yeah.
And then when
That's-
anyone can't think of no more reasons, then you're like, we got our year.
Yeah, we got our town.
And then,
we got our year.
And then
Exactly.
every year is however many days we came up with.
Exactly. And then the
That's
calendar
fucking
keeps
awesome.
expanding as, technology.
Yeah.
Much like the patron saints, you know what I mean?
Sure.
I got 3 people. I got 3 people here, so this is going to be an uphill battle. I don't agree with this at all.
Okay.
All right.
No, I think you got to you start day 1. Today we Talktown, the day we open it, that is day 1, and it just goes on forever. This way you would just know everything. Anytime you say history, you know exactly when it was because it's the number. Right? So if it repeats, you go, I got to know again. Like if I say it last Wednesday, I got to be like, does he mean this Wednesday or does he mean 50 Wednesdays ago? But if I go, it was 325, I know exactly what day you're talking about. It's easy to look up.
I do like that it'll get rid of the forever issue of like when we say like next Wednesday, but
Yeah.
it's when is that? Sometimes
Yeah.
that gets like if it's a weekend, people are like, well, the like on a Saturday, next Wednesday, is that this Wednesday or is that the following Wednesday?
I got to
That'll
say,
be over.
You'll just go, it was the 14th, or you'll go, it was day 933.
Love it.
Okay.
But here's a problem. We're forgetting about, maybe because I'm high, there is an energy related to
Sure.
days of the week.
Yeah.
I would not want to lose Garfield. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh
you
yeah,
lose
no,
Garfield.
we can't lose Garfield and Meaning
TGI
Mondays.
Fridays
For
out
sure.
the window.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
Okay,
Fine.
well, counterpoint. Some people have kind of synesthesia with like numbers and stuff, even odd numbers, something that starts with a 3, something that ends with a 9. That might become the mood. You know what I mean?
You're
I
gonna,
see
we're
what
going
you're
to create a
Like
new-
7 feels orange to me.
Right,
4
right, right.
feels green. 5
Right.
feels blue.
When you're in
Yeah.
the 300s,
I
it's
love
always
this.
usually cold. Like eventually the numbers will start syncing with
With the
Yeah,
real
yeah,
calendar
yeah.
of the
Thing.
rest of
They'll
the world.
get mood
Yeah,
to
And
them.
it'll be like
Yeah.
TGI 400s.
Yeah. The 400s are always fun.
TGI 400. What is the menu at TGI 400? We are walking through that business like beat by beat. I need to know everything. I am obsessed with TGI 400s.
I'm so fucking high and I can't figure out how this would work. I love it. But I'm like, okay, but there's so much. If you're just going straight numbers forever.
Yeah, I want to like do the math on how that would sync up with seasons.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a way. I mean, 365 is a thing, right? That's a year. So every 365 thing would start to start over again.
And what's a
The
multiple?
vibes, not the numbers.
365.
And there's no way to figure this out, so let's not even try.
No one here is equipped to deal with that math. Like
Yes,
none of
please.
us.
God, I
We
wish
must
I
I don't,
move on.
I don't even know what your math capabilities are, but I know we can't.
This
TGI 400s.
Yes.
What does the room look like? What are the deals at the bar?
What are you seeing immediately in your head?
Space TGI Fridays. It's outer space in there.
It's outer space in there.
Right. All the pins are like military badges from
Yeah.
like wars that they fought in the galaxies.
Yeah, instead of mudslides, it's black holes.
Oh, all the stuff on the walls is from like outer space.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah.
But wait,
yeah.
are the 400s a vibe that we're incorporating into TGI 400s, or are you just saying it's also a space place? Because I'd imagine the 400s would be
I
like
just said
cold
space.
or snowy.
It's not
This
But
is
I
just
love
Alison.
space.
This is just Alison's first instincts. What a TGI 400.
Well, I don't want to
looks like.
abandon them because the idea of a
I
TGI
understand what
Friday
you're saying.
that is space related. I don't care how we get there, but we get there. That's in this town.
That's in this town. That is the water. That is where people are going to blow off steam.
It's also funny because it implies like a technologically advanced society where they're still like kicking my ass with this 5-day work week. Like we didn't get like UBI or automate anything. We didn't make it better. It's a million years from now. God, I love Mondays because my fucking Gleep Glorp boss gets off my ass. It's like hell. Like we never escape hell.
That's so funny. Right, you're still like, I need to have a couple of Galaxy drinks and an app sampler because I had a real rough day with a bleep blop, bleep blop.
I could easily go to real space, but I like TGI 400 space.
Yes.
Well, I don't know why
Thank
TGI
God it's 400s. Like, that's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
funny.
I don't know why the TGI brand shouldn't just do Fridays. They only do Fridays. They should do
I got
other
one.
stuff.
TGIP. Thank God it's the police. Because I have been locked in this closet and I don't know who is in my home. It is a restaurant where you're just thanking thank God they're here.
Instead of a bread basket, it's the emergency tinfoil blanket.
Well, you know, something like that? Or like, you know,
great.
yeah, I like that. Thank God it's the
I'm
fireman.
with you on other TGIs.
Yeah, they just do
Right.
Fridays.
They just do Fridays and
Well, you know, Greg's got his idea for Thank God It's the Police.
yeah.
Which is, you know, like what if
What about
instead of
just
you were hungry,
TGI?
something bad happened to
If
you?
the Blue Lives Matter people, really want to win people over, get that aggression out of here. You got to be like TGI police, you know, like have silly slogans, like silly slogans, like I like caps because I like a hunk, you know, like you got to start making it a little more. If you ease it up, people would get on board.
I see what you're
You know what I
saying.
mean?
Yeah,
You
they
know
got
what
the
I'm saying?
wrong flag.
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Start
it's
going-
like-
Too evil.
Too
That's
evil,
I mean,
too
like,
aggressive.
They're evil, so it's
Right.
fine.
You,
but like,
you want a cop doing a crunch. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm saying if you bring it in more light, people
Right.
might be more, you know, on board with that, you know, that kind of thing, you know. I
Well,
think that's with
TGI
everything.
Police is Cracker Barrel. I think that is a restaurant that exists.
what about like a TGI night?
Thank God it's the
What do you
night.
mean?
They got it's night.
Oh, thank God it's
Is it
nighttime.
dark?
Oh, yeah. Enough of the day. I mean, that's what you're saying.
finally
Closer
over.
to sleep.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
I love it.
TGI for depressed people?
Yeah.
TGI depression?
Thank God it's over.
Camera, it's almost over. They
TGIO.
you just sit down, they give you your bill.
Got it over. It's just where you buy coffins.
2 things I got for this, and I love so much. Can we have beds that you lay in, and they're blankets, and they bring you food on like a thing, and you can watch Netflix and eat? It's like a drive-in, but it's like a bed-in. Like you could. But thank God it's
but
nights.
then like,
you could also do a sleep.
I like that
there?
a lot.
No, you just
because then you're kind of like ruining like everything that's like putting me to sleep. The Netflix, the food, the laying down, and then
If
I
you
have to
fall
like
asleep, we
pay
don't
and then
kick you
get
out.
up.
I see what you're saying.
If you fall asleep, we're not kicking you out. Enjoy your
Oh,
time.
I see.
Right?
Okay.
I'm saying, but the theme is you're in bed. It's
Love
a
it.
bedtime restaurant, and I want a guy walking around. I don't know who this is. He's a hunk. He looks like Clark Kent, and he just walks up to random tables and go, "You know what? I got this one," and he just takes care of your check. And you go, "What a charismatic, great guy he is."
How's it going to make any money?
No, we get one a day.
Oh,
you
we
know?
might not have money. We don't really know exactly
It's
what's
a
going to
restaurant.
happen.
Yeah, for
with
every
our
5
currency.
people who eat, one guy gets
It's like,
their
I got
check
this.
picked up.
Yeah. I
You
got
know?
this. It's on the house.
Yeah, this
It's been
one's on
taken
me.
care of.
Don't worry about it. Yeah,
been taken care of.
And he's so likable, this guy.
Yeah.
Nothing comes out about this man. We really have to vet them.
I don't know how it got there.
Well, I want a restaurant guy
It's
to
also
be good
some-
through and through.
Right. But something could, I mean, he's bought conceivably he's bought meals for everybody. So if
Yeah.
something does come out about him, he's really covered his bases because you go, I don't know, he's a nice guy to me. He bought my
Yeah.
dinner. You know what I mean?
But then he changes his motive, right? Because at first he's like, "Hey, this is for you. It's on me. Don't worry." But then something comes out and he's just like, "It's on me. I got to make up for some things." You know what I mean? Like that changes the vibe of the restaurant.
Oh, I see.
Because in the beginning, his energy is like, "I got it because I'm a good guy and I like you people." But then when you're like, "Oh man, this guy, he did something illegal. He stole everyone's money." Now you see him and he's like, "I'm going to pay for this because I'm paying for my sins." Different vibe. I don't know if anyone's following me.
I don't know.
You didn't follow me?
I kind of lost at the end. It stopped.
Yeah,
I
felt
love
the
when
energy.
Libby makes a decision to not yes it.
Yeah.
And really throw a hard no at you.
Sometimes it's just like I just don't even know how.
Right.
It felt as though I was talking, and there was an energy as if I was suddenly in a space alone. And I looked around and I said, "There's not a planet in sight." And here I am. I've been rocketing for a while. I wish I had a rope to pull myself back. And I was alone and I died.
That's all right.
This is most of what this is.
But I feel
Alice,
better.
where are we at? 40. Oh,
great.
Matt, let's get into your contact thing.
Oh, yeah,
So we
let's
can
talk
talk
about
about that for a little
contacts.
bit.
You might be if we're starting society from the ground up.
Yeah.
I would love for someone to invent contacts that you can sleep in forever.
Yeah.
Because I had about a month where I slept in my contacts, and then I went to the doctor, and they were like, "You know, if you do that, your eyes like can't breathe, and they'll go away." And I was like,
Whoa.
Oh, no.
So now I
not-
take it. Now I'm pretty good about it.
Let me tell you this. You're looking at the guy. I'm 20 years ahead of you. Because I'm about 20 years older than you, probably, right? Then I'll say this.
What an interesting way you chose to say that.
But the reason I say that is I'm her future. I've been sleeping in my contacts since I was your age.
What?
So your eyes will only be as bad as these.
Don't listen to him.
And yeah, man. And these are like throw them away in a week. They're like, you can only keep these for a week. Like, every pair of these contacts are getting them 9 to 10 months. And I don't sleep in them. I sleep in if I take a little nap.
Do
I take
your
them at
eyes
night.
hurt when you wake up though? Because that was happening to me. Is I'd be like, and you
don't-
like touch them and move them back around, and then they settle again.
I don't sleep in my contacts.
And I was like, this is awesome.
You don't.
You don't
sleep.
what?
No, I don't sleep in them.
You
I
just lie
don't
to women?
I just don't. I do lie to women, but not about the big stuff. No, I don't change them. They say they're for a week, and I'll wear them for 9 months. I'm realizing now that I messed up my argument in the beginning as you were talking about sleeping in them.
Yes.
Yeah.
You never sleep in them? You've never like
No, my eyes
woken up and been like, oh, I accidentally passed out in these?
No, my eyes, they get mad. They're like, dude, what the fuck? Get this.
Yeah.
Take my jacket off. I'm in the house already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take my jacket off. I'm in the house already.
You know what I mean?
I just say when I'm sleepy, the last thing I want to do is touch my
Yeah.
eye.
Yeah, it's, of course.
You know?
Yeah.
And as someone who gets really drunk and really high all the time, I just can't be tasked with that responsibility. I
It's a
have
lot
to wear
to ask.
glasses. I fall asleep in my glasses a lot. That's fine.
Oh, but you can do that.
That's way more dangerous.
It hurts.
No, what?
But eventually
how?
I like-
how? Pray tell how.
One,
I'm sorry, I'm getting
A lot
really
of
aggressive.
sharp
I love
stuff
you.
going
No.
on
I'm a
here.
guest here,
It's
and
okay.
thank you for having me.
I like when you get angry. It's good for the ratings.
Yes, the ratings.
You know, Maddie.
People are glued in right now, Maddie.
Yeah. Maddie.
Okay, well then tell me how the fuck that works. I forget what we were talking
The
about.
contacts? The break.
No,
the
no. I remember what it is that pissed me off so goddamn much. You said that falling asleep in your glasses is more dangerous than
dangerous.
falling asleep in your contacts?
Yeah.
Explain that to
You
me.
turn your head over.
These
the glasses bend in the eyeball, severed cornea, severed retina, right? Broken glass in your eyes. Now you see broken
I believe him
dreams
because
all
he said
day.
the parts of the eye.
Yeah, man. Contacts, you just blink a few and they come out. Glasses are steel rods, brother.
They should make contacts that are springy, where you could just blink them out.
Oh,
That would
Why
be
don't they just
this
do
is
that?
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the activity of having to take them out
Exactly.
that is so hard.
Yeah, but if I could just go out, then that would
Yes.
be awesome.
Okay, being on a verbal command. That's
Magnet, maybe? Magnet?
Yeah.
Oh, you just open your eyes
magnet.
and hold up a thing, and they're like, boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Technology doesn't
Something like
exist.
that.
Because this,
yeah.
That
this
technology
what
doesn't
happens if you see a
exist.
smoking babe when you're walking down the street and you're like, what? And then your contacts fall out.
True. That's true. You'd be doing that all day. Oh, man. I can't go near the beach.
Greg just mumbled that technology doesn't exist.
Into a microphone.
What are you doing here, man? What are you doing here, dude?
I misunderstood. I thought you said Greg mumbled that technology doesn't exist. Not that technology
technology.
doesn't exist.
That's the thread you're gonna pull on the whole town that's built on concentric crazy Susans and surrounded by a ring of fire with resin cast dead people in it.
All of that technology
That's
exists.
awesome.
They're just not utilizing it. If we wanted to build a turny town, we could build a turny town. I'll say this with the context. I just think that we should get there. Maybe we can make them out of the material they have on stickers on a banana because you can eat that and it doesn't do anything to you.
What?
Maybe you can make it so that you can eat your contacts or like they dissolve in your eyes.
Are you eating the stickers on
dissolve-
You
bananas?
can. Or apples. Doesn't make you sick or anything.
If your eyes are closed for a certain amount of time, they dissolve.
Does it make you sick and is edible or not?
Nope. Two different things.
Hey, man.
Like I could probably
didn't come
pass like
here-
a small pebble if I had to.
I didn't come to this podcast with the sticker eating numbers, man. I just know
You just
you can eat
poo-pooed
them.
the goddamn contact idea.
Yeah, I'm building it back. If they dissolve in your eyes.
I do like if your
I
eyes
like
are
the
closed.
dissolve in your
If you're
eyes.
styrene strips.
If your eyes are
saying.
closed for a certain amount of time, they start to dissolve. So like if you're asleep
I love that.
for like if it's like 30 minutes of closed eyes, you're probably sleeping.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
genius.
And then they just dissolve.
Yeah,
That's
that's
actually
or
great.
genius.
If you look at a girl's butt too long. Because then it'll be
and then
like,
it's
what
like,
are you?
stop looking at that. It's
Yeah.
blurry
Oh,
now.
It dissolve, yeah.
That's great.
So that
Stop
you
you
can-
from being a pervert.
Stop you, yeah, anti-pervert.
Or you could turn
contacts.
pervert mode on. And they never
Great.
dissolve.
It'd be funny if that's how they came up with a
Pervert mode activate.
You know how like with Viagra, they're always like, oh, we were trying to test heart disease.
Sure.
And then we found a boner
Yeah.
pill.
Yeah.
But these are like, oh, we were looking into pervert aversive eyeglasses, but somehow we got dissolvable contact lenses. So you guys use that technology.
Yeah, the dissolving would be good.
that would be
Yeah.
so sick.
Yeah, I was trying to tell it. I said this in the text thread, so I'll say it just to Alex. I do think you have contacts where the eyes could always be looking in one direction, so people don't know where you're looking. You know, I say especially. I said this before, but for because I like to look at like a teen gone wild. You know,
A what?
So if my eyes are looking straight, it doesn't know that I'm looking.
When I didn't hear what you
A
said.
teen gone wild.
Oh Lord.
18, of course, but when they go wild, I wish people would just go, he's looking at the road. It's like, I am looking at the beach.
Where are you? That the road and the beach are the two options, but also there's a teen.
He's driving around Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Plus, with my wife, sometimes she's talking to me and I'll go to sleep and she doesn't like my eyes are somewhere else. You know, it's like they're always looking straight. You
Well,
know
I
what
always think that for kids in like college, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who want to look like they're awake in class.
Oh.
That's a way to not get in trouble for sleeping. If you had some kind of like
Sure.
believable.
But we also wild teens.
I'm trying to rope me in on your teen got
Yeah,
wild
I don't know.
adventure.
You're
Greg.
on your own island
Yeah,
there,
man,
buddy.
I'm not going to be an accomplice in your crime.
Oh, and I should also add because this is a major point.
Yeah, and we all know
I'm
what
not-
island it is. You know what I mean?
I'm not talking. I'm not talking teens like young kids. I'm talking because we're doing the number system that consistently goes up. So I always like the people who are like in their teen days. You know, like the teens, like
But
the
that's how
400s.
age does work.
Yeah,
It's
but like
just numbers that go up.
Yeah,
so
but it's like-
the teens are the teens.
when
Like,
I say 14, I'm talking about 1,314.
what
I
is
like-
that?
I don't know how many years that is. How many years? 300? I don't know. I can't do 1,000. That might only be 6 years old. I'll be honest. Maybe that number wasn't high enough.
yeah, this,
Younger than you.
honestly,
I picked a real high number. It wasn't high enough.
and I think you brought up. I think now you bring up a good thing as a flaw in that system.
Yeah.
is that it's going to be a difficult thing to
With age.
Yeah,
Yeah,
With
I
age,
guess
yeah.
that's true.
Wait, I don't understand. How is it different from age now where it just keeps going up?
Because
Your
their
age
years
doesn't
aren't
reset.
marked.
You were born 81.
You know what I mean?
Oh, so everyone's age has to be measured in days.
Right,
Right.
But
And
if
that's
you-
going to be
everyone-
a little. That's going to be a little difficult.
But everyone born after 3,427, we know is 18 and up. So if you say I was born in 3,421,
Yeah.
I'm like,
I guess we're just
yo,
using different numbers,
yeah,
but you would
same.
get
The
used
numbers
to
will be
it.
fine. I think.
yeah,
All right.
complicate things though.
Everything is more complicated here
Yeah.
in Talktown.
We have
But it's
made
fun.
almost everything more complicated in a way that I enjoy.
Yeah, yeah.
But then it would be exciting when you meet someone with the same birthday as you and you're the exact same days old.
That is true.
Very cool.
Yeah,
That's fun.
That is a whole new level of like, wow, we have a kinship.
But wait,
Yeah.
would anybody have the same birthday anymore? They'd only just be that one day.
Yeah.
But like more than
What?
one person is born in a day.
Right, but it'd be less people. Because people who were born on June 18th versus people who were born on
Yeah, I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. You,
Well,
the
if-
only time you'd have the same birthday as someone is if you were actually literally born on
Yeah.
the same day.
Yes.
That'd be very special.
you'd have
That's
to marry
really
them.
special. Oh,
How we give you if you do marry that person because it's such a story, free wedding.
Right? Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say,
yeah.
I'll even like this. Maybe they don't have to get married. They just have to live together. You go. We got to live together for a year. You know, you got to
What?
do a year with your birth mate, like a fun outing. I feel like not a goddamn thing I've said today. You guys have enjoyed. Not a goddamn thing. Not a goddamn thing.
I think it's just everything has taken at least 30 seconds of processing.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, that
Yeah.
really.
Hey,
I was trying to let it sink in. You live with someone for a year
contact.
that you were
Because
born in the,
you were
Are your
born-
contacts falling out?
yeah.
Who doesn't think we have that technology now, huh?
Yeah.
Sounding pretty good now,
Now you want
huh?
science to
Oh,
get
I
on
love the idea.
it. Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I put
I'm
money
just trying to
on it.
be realistic here.
I love the idea. We just got to find it out. We just got to figure it out. We got to get that technology.
That's so funny to have all of like from the first part of the episode, everyone being like Rings of Fire and Lazy, and then have a guest on and be like, how the fuck would that work?
So mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, you can show me the math on that. Fucking idiot.
Do you have a patent?
Oh, and then everyone flies here and they're 1 million years old. Cool.
Dissolvable contact lenses will never happen.
This is an urban planning podcast.
We should market as that in the
yeah,
iTunes store.
Urban planning podcast.
The Apple store.
Right.
Wait, that's fun because you could get like people like for real like civil engineers and shit. Like yeah,
know,
we have like an
it's
urban
They'll
planning
turn it
podcast
on and be
where
like, nope. Wasn't this. This wasn't what I thought it was at all.
you record 50 decoy episodes, have that on a separate RSS feed. Like, hey, do you want to come on this
So much work.
podcast?
We all get degrees in urban planning.
I would love to have people on a podcast who could tell us how we could do taxes, like how to actually get a real account.
No, you wouldn't.
Or
It
maybe
wouldn't
not
be
account-
fun
or like
for them.
a construction. It wouldn't be fun for them, but it'd be fun for us. I'll be high out of my hell. It's always fun for me. I'm
Yeah.
high. Talking to some tax guy about what I can get away with. That'd be so fun. Like, what could we do to change everything? How can we? It's like you have no rules, accountant. What are taxes you would charge? You would not do. That'd be really fun. And then we can.
I
make
mean,
fun
I
of
just
them
want
for
to
being
abolish
fat.
money.
No money.
We made it up. So let's make up a different thing.
I love
Yeah,
that.
what are you?
I don't know. We just got to
Trading
start
and
over.
bartering.
Yeah, I think some trading and bartering. Stuff should just be available. Food should be free.
Yeah.
I know that there's some people listening to this going, but how? Where does the money come from? Well, we don't have money. There you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are like, sure.
Well,
I guess I got a question about where Talktown is. Is it a city in America?
I would like to think it's in a metal, some kind of force field ball floating above Earth, but on its own land and rotating. We've kind of voted to be off the planet to try this new planet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're like, hey, whatever you're going to do, you do it over there. All right? Do what you want. You do it over there.
I
So
thought
we're-
yeah.
No dissolvable contacts though.
they're having
Yeah.
them. We're going to work on
Yeah,
it.
we're in a force field floating above Earth with its own rotation. No dissolvable contacts.
I always thought it would be in Epcot. That was where I thought it would
Oh,
be.
yeah.
I thought it would be
Epcot.
inside Epcot.
Inside Epcot.
Yeah.
It's like one of the countries you
One of
go
the countries
to. But
you
then
can
you
go
go,
to.
it's just like, oh, this one has beer and pretzels, and this one has sushi, and then you get to talk down, and you're like, what's the ring of fire that I have
Yeah,
to cross?
exactly. Yeah, I thought that's how we'd get funding for Talkdown is by being
Is it the
part of
Disney
the
property?
Disney conglomerate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's smart.
And then
How are you getting in and out of Talktown if there's a ring of fire?
Because it's always,
There's
isn't
a-
it kind of like an eternally burning, and it kind of is
Yeah.
chased, like the scare. Atamanik was telling us,
Sure.
like the least
fires of
safe,
Hellmire.
the fires of Hellmire.
Yeah.
The least safe place would be the fresh forest because the fire is just behind it, but it's going in a circle. So you want to be in it's moving.
yeah. And the Lazy Susan is spinning at such a slow speed you almost don't notice.
Yeah, you wouldn't
So
need
no
to
one
take
gets
like a
motion
Dramamine or
sickness.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't turn. I think you can turn that bitch up as the day gets older. Old
One
people
day,
go to bed.
that's a day.
Well,
Turn it up.
fast day. And it's all
I love that. Yeah.
And this is how we find out who's in the military. Because if you could keep running before that thing shuts off, you got to join the armed forces because you're in shape.
sure.
Hell yeah.
You know
Dude.
what I mean?
There's still
yes.
war.
Yeah, you're still conscripted into the military.
Well, yeah, people are going to want to take the rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got stuff
Yeah,
to
we actually
protect
have to
here.
protect-
We have a way of life to protect here. So I agree with what Greg
I
said.
am fine.
Can I
There's
ask- Can I ask a logistical question?
Hit it.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Please, no.
What if you're on the Lazy Susan? What happens if you like miss the grocery store?
You wait, comes back around about
Or
30
you
minutes.
can walk the other
Ready
direction.
with that. All right.
Yeah, and if
Respect.
you walk the other direction, you go so fast because it's like one of those walking platforms at the airport.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not on its schedule. You can walk. You can like.
You can walk on it, but it is
Okay.
also walk. It's like
Also-
the walkways at the airport.
Yeah. Also, too.
I love that.
If
Okay.
you miss-
When I was a kid, I was like, why isn't every
Everything.
ground this?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
if you miss, you can call ahead and be like to a friend who's behind you or whatever. And you can
Yeah.
be like, hey, I've said the grocery
I
store.
know the grocery store's
Can
almost
you
at you.
kind of just leave this on the ring? It'll get to me. Whatever, whatever that system
It
is.
builds
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love Fast Day.
Fast day would be really fun.
We're gonna run into a thing because the richer people in Talktown are gonna be like, speed it up for me. I want to get somewhere. Do you know
No,
what I mean?
that's not going to be allowed.
Okay. Just saying.
It-
that.
Spins faster like the freeway.
Oh.
Oh yeah, one of them should be going.
Okay. All right. Yeah, like
I
a
think
highway.
all of our money should also be divvied out. Like this year you're rich, this year you're poor. This
No
year
one
you're
should be poor.
no. You need some people need to be poor for a year. They need to figure out. They don't know
The
what's important in life.
experience of it. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
To appreciate being
poor
rich.
is not being poor when you know next year you're going to be middle class or rich.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, man, you get you get 1 year as a billionaire, right? And then you're 1 year as homeless. And guess what? When you're a billionaire, you're going to remember those homeless people. You're going to go, hey, I'm going to go give those homeless people here. They're having a tough year right now.
But then it would just all be equal.
It'll be good. It'll
Like it should all just
good,
be
man.
equal. Like we
What?
don't need to have this
No,
like
because you
class
want-
system.
No, because the rich people got stuff that's so fun. And it's expensive.
Everybody should have it.
It's too, you can't have it. They're too expensive.
I thought we were building a utopia here.
I want it, but this is my workaround around that. The way it's like, the way you have it is that not that everyone has it because that's too expensive. Everyone can't have a mansion, but
Why?
because they're very expensive. Mansions are very expensive. I think everyone has
You know what, Greg? The technology isn't there.
The technology economically isn't there, I would say soundly. But I think that you do it also a year is rich. Also, you don't get used to it. It's so much more fun to be like, oh, I'm rich for a year. You're going to appreciate it 5 years later when you're rich again.
But how does being rich for a year not like make people hoard that money so that they can be rich always?
Taken away at gunpoint.
Because it's not.
That's actually something.
Because
At
the
end of
poor
the year,
guy.
the government comes and takes away all your money at gunpoint.
No, the
So you
poor
get that
guy.
experience too.
Yeah, that seems kind of fun.
I'm saying though, no, keep the government out of it. The poor people, when it's your year, next
Oh,
year,
you
it's
get
your
to-
to be rich. It's like, yeah, he's got your rich slot. So
Oh, whoever
go
is
get
trading
him.
places with you goes to get it.
Yeah.
All right.
No, but I also think that because it really isn't money, there's just like a rich experience. Like you get the experience of the year of you got jet skis and mansions and the talk of the town, and then it's fun. And then when it's poor, it's like your house is a little smaller.
I don't want to move that much.
Oh,
That's a
sure.
good point.
Like, that just seems like a nightmare.
You're ruining this.
I know. I'm not trying to.
You're ruining it. I wanted to do this.
I'm
And
not saying it intentionally. I'm just.
I'm in a rich year. That's a great way to talk. How you doing, Bill? I'm in a rich year. Oh, Bill's doing great. He's in his rich year. I haven't talked to him. He's been jet skiing all day.
I do like there being a lot more jet skis in Talktown.
Yeah.
I would argue it would go cement, Nerf, water as the 3 walking ways, so that you could always jet ski everywhere. You could kind of fall for the soft one, the one that's for old
fun.
people
Oh,
and
okay.
softer.
Yeah, I'll
And
take that
then
one.
The fast hard rock one or something,
And
or
the water
whatever.
one.
And the water one. That's the one that's so fun. You swim to work.
It's like Venice, but better.
Yeah, and we clean it.
There you go.
Dolphins.
Because
are
I
in
want to
there.
swim in it,
Yeah,
but you don't want to swim in like a
Of course.
transport waterway.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. And we would pay dolphins to watch people so they don't drown. They would alert us.
throw that money right there, just direct deposit into their bank accounts. We pay them in fish.
Dolphins have a stable income in
Right,
this world.
but other people's finances are up and down every year, and you have to constantly move homes.
We don't know how consciousness happens. And maybe it is through income.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? So you give dolphins some money.
See if
maybe they fucking understand what they're doing
You
here.
throw $100. Has anyone tried to throw $100 at a dolphin just to see how they react?
Eat it.
That's the slipperiest slope of all time. Maybe consciousness is achieved through income. And poor people just don't have a soul.
Hey, look, as a poor person, whatever's getting me there, whatever you gotta do, sure. Maybe you're right. All right. I think that's a wrap.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah.
That was
What
fun.
are we doing? An
Great.
hour.
Ah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
nailed it.
Check out our Patreon.
Yeah, do you want to give them a big plea for the Patreon?
That's why I wanted to do it at the beginning, because I was not high in the beginning. And I had a great intro. And now I'm too high to do a sign.
You're too high to be
out.
like, go to the Patreon. It's patreon.com/.
You're almost there.
Welcome to Talktown.
Yeah. Now
Is
they
it?
know.
I think so. Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Follow Maddie on social media.
Follow Maddie.
She's so
Follow Maddie.
funny.
She's great,
I can't
man.
underestimate how much I think
And if you're
this is a
here
great
because of Maddie, which is probably the direction those numbers go, follow us now.
comedy. Oh, right, please.
Oh, yeah.
Is that how that goes? Yeah, that's true.
And then,
Dude, this is actually a favor to us that you came on, not the other way around.
Are you doing well, Maddie? That makes me so happy.
It'll be like it's really funny because if I go on the road, I can so clearly tell who walked in and who came for me.
Yeah.
Because it'll be like a bunch of like 40-year-old firefighters from this town and then like 3 non-binary lesbians that commuted a few hours. I'm like, oh, who was papered in? It's like so clear. So I'm doing okay. I'm doing well.
That's great. Can I say this though? Because I think we teased in the beginning of the episode, because I just added one more thing. I didn't tell you about my St. Louis, who showed up at the St. Louis show.
Why don't we do that in the next episode?
Yeah.
Okay, we could, but they have to wait a week.
Great.
Yeah,
It's a
Yeah.
cliffhanger.
Sounds
Gives us
good.
more to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, and go email talkdownpodcast@gmail, and then that's how we do the Patreon. Everything, whatever you want, we'll read it and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Those are the ads.
Yeah, those are the ads, and then also like we'll take whatever you want us to talk about, we will talk about on the Patreon.
Yes.
if you email us.
Yeah.
So email us.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Can I ask a question before we go?
Please.
Is there an official process to find out if the thing that you proposed joins the Talktown canon?
Oh.
Or do I just need to listen
No,
to
we
the
take
next-
everything.
Yeah, we take everything if we remember.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
the process.
It's all,
Yeah.
the process is up here, and that processor is
The fans.
not very good.
Yeah, they have to.
That's kind of more
keeps a
honest.
pretty good
is
record.
if it was good enough to stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true though. Yeah. Some ones we do like the Lazy Susan we do keep talking about. So if it is, it sticks.
But I
And
feel
that's
like the date, I mean, you kind of changed what time is. So we'll probably keep going with that.
Yeah.
I'll
We'll remember
say
and
this,
forget.
though. I'd say this. That's kind of how real laws should work. If you forget about it, it shouldn't be in the law books.
Right.
You know, it's like
Just like writing a bit.
Yeah, right.
Awesome.
It's like, wait,
Just
you
like
can't
writing a
eat
bit.
chicken on a
Yeah.
Thursday? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're not doing that anymore. Who
Totally,
remembers
man.
that?
Yeah.
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 Love it.
All right, we'll see you later.